What's up guys, welcome to a new video. I spent New Year's Day in Hamburg, which is a big city in Germany. And right after New Year's Day on the, well, not on the 1st, because the Lego store had closed, but on the 2nd of January, I went to the Lego store and it was packed full with people, but we got to see all of the new sets and I want to make a video about the new sets that we saw in the store and also talk about a set that I made a video about a few days ago, which I got in the store. So let's jump right in. I just made a few photos with my iPhone. I had my camera with me, but I didn't want to, full on film in the Lego store. It's a bit creepy, so I just did some photos with my iPhone. So let's go over what we saw in the store. The first thing I saw in the window in front of the store was this new Lego Friends mansion. It's called Andrea's Modern Villa. Well, at least in Germany, I'm translating it right now. And this set looks amazing, even though the colors are always a bit sketchy in these Lego Friends sets. The sets themselves look amazing. We have this nice mansion on top of a hill with a garage for a supercar. We have a jacuzzi. We have a nice building technique with a modern house being in these nice different angles. We of course have some solar panels on top because Lego always needs to include that now. And yeah, this mansion just looks amazing. I wish we could get that in, boys colors and not just the girls colors. But anyways, it's a great set. Kind of looks like the Tony Stark mansion from Avengers. Speaking of Avengers, they had the new Avengers tower all built up for 500 euros. You can get it. Again, we already talked about it. Nice modular, nice skyscraper, and I definitely want to get it. Then one more set I made a video about a few days ago. They also had the new Lego Ideas Polaroid One-Step SX70 camera for 80 euros. Amazing set, and I definitely want to get it, even though I didn't want to carry all that stuff around through Hamburg. That's why I didn't get all the sets. And also, of course, they are way more expensive in the Lego store itself than if you buy it from another retailer. That's why I didn't get all of the new sets that look amazing. Speaking of amazing new sets, we have a new Lego Creator 3-in-1 set with some hamsters. I had a hamster that looked kind of like this. He was white and gray, and I really loved him. Here's a picture of us. I was a small child back then. You can see we have some Lego Space Police sets here in the background, so I always have been a Lego fan. This must have been around 2009 to 2011 was when this series came out, I think. Here we also had the Avengers Tower still in a package. Then we have the postcards from all around the world. We had New York, Australia, and Beijing. And then here's the set that I got, which was the new Lego Creator 3-in-1 vintage camera, camcorder, and TV set. Here you can see it, proudly holding it in my hands. And now let's talk about all of these new Lego City sets. We have a Lego City burger van, and this van doesn't only look amazing and tasty by itself. No, you can also take off the burger house where the person is selling the burgers from the van and have it just as a stand by themselves. And then we also have this sailboat with a person with a camera, which I also really like because, again, I'm a photographer and videographer in real life, and I really like both of these sets, and for 20 euros, you can cop them both. Then we have a new space series. We have Lego City Space with a bunch of new sets, some basic ships here and there, some mecha suits for 10 euros, the big command rover, and a little space station that is stationary on the planet they're on. And of course, we also have a big modular space station. Really cool design, although it doesn't make sense because, of course, the minifigures couldn't get around through the station by itself. But of course, they can make it a huge big set where the minifigures really could walk through the station, like the little mechanical ring right here, where you can pretend that they fly between. I especially like this modular where they're growing some vegetables. Also, this alien design is just way too cute. It's way too cute. Also, some little space cameras. And another cool rover. Next up, we got this amazing new police station on this jail island thing. Really cool design, sideways building technique for the stairs. And we have some sewers, at least it looks like it, where the inmates can escape through. They had it all built up here. You could also look at it from the back. Looks like we have a washing machine down here in the basement and also some minecarts. Looks like the inmates can't just flee through the sewers, but also through the minecarts under the bed. Next, we take a look at the collectible minifigure series 25 already. We have some cool figures as always. Lego being inclusive again, and we have some people with prosthetics. Pretty cool leg mold. We also have, I think, a shepherd with a little goat. But my favorite from this series has to be the train locomotive person. This is really cute. Lastly, let's talk about some small sets. We have a small little race car from the Junior 4 Plus series for 10 euros and two go-kart race drivers. In these little go-karts, you get two for 10 euros. Next up, we got some more construction work, and this one, the drink van, is new. The last thing I took a picture from was when I already stood at the register, and it's from the Dream series, even though this Lego original series, I don't know, it's just, I don't really think it's that, it's not my series, it's too random. But I thought this space car, well, it's Lego Dreams, but also Lego Space, which I thought was a city series. But apparently we don't only have Lego City Space, but also Lego Dream Space. I really like this car design. I thought it looked pretty cool really fast. Might want to get it. It's 30 euros. So maybe if it's in a sale, I'll just cop it. Now that's it from my New Year's visit to some Lego stores. And next up, some bonus material. I didn't only visit the Lego store, but also a secondhand vintage Lego store in Hamburg. They had some pretty amazing sets I quickly want to show you. Let's start with this section. We had this old Lego Exoforce limited gold edition set, which I thought looked pretty cool. They had this, I don't think it was new, but still it was used with a box. This old Lego City Hospital, which had a really cool design because it was on top of a hill with this nice helicopter landing station. This was actually the hospital, or one of the hospitals from my childhood. It was released in 2006, so yeah, I really remembered this one from the catalogs back then. They also had some modulars, which I took a look at because they had the brick bank 2 times, and that is one of the modulars still missing in my collection. Of course, I don't want to buy it built already. I would love to build it myself, but I just took a look at it because they had it for cheaper than you can find it on the internet. It's normally around 300 to 400 euros for it used and 500 and above for it new. But they had one for 290, so I was looking at it, but I think it wasn't really complete. The guy couldn't really tell me if it was complete or not, and he didn't really care about it. He was not that friendly, so I didn't bother even more. 290 would have been a great price, but not if it's not complete. They had another one for 350. I thought it was more complete, but also not that complete, so I didn't really care. They also had the fire station for 490, but again, I want to build it myself. They had this old Lego Harry Potter stuff, like Hagrid's little hut here, and they also had many instruction books, like for example this Aqua Raiders station, which I have, well, not built. I mean, I know I had it as a child, so it is nicely packed, probably in the original package somewhere at my parents' place, because I just can't build up all the Lego sets I have and have them somewhere. They're just too many. I need a house for all the Lego sets by themselves. Another great find I want to show you is this old Lego UCS snow speeder from 2004, I think, for 800 euros. Pretty amazing seeing all these sets in person up close. Here they had some more old Lego Star Wars stuff, like Labot's Cloud Car for 20 euros with instructions, but not with the original package. But I already have this one, I think, 2 times. I actually bought it at a flea market last year for, I think, 14 euros, so a better deal than I would have gotten here. They also had this B-Wing for 25 euros, but I also already have it. And for 35 euros, Lego Star Wars Jabba's entryway thing from, I don't know, back in the day. Also, this Lego Star Wars Battle Pack for 20 euros, which I remember because I also had that as a child, which means I still have it. Of course, I never threw away or sold any Lego, but I definitely remember this one from back in the day. Amazing droid battle pack. You get a lot of droids, and the counterpart to that one was the amazing clone battle pack. Here's a picture on screen. I also had that one, also an amazing set. They also had this one, which I wanted to get for a long time, 69 euros for Obi-Wan and General Grievous on his speeder bike, but I haven't gotten it for so long because they never had it in perfect condition with the box and everything. I saw it at a flea market a few months ago, but they didn't include the figures, I think, or not the speeder bike. It was a great deal. They had the original box and they also had the instructions, but of course, if the set itself isn't complete, it's no use for me. And we had some Jar Jar Binks Gungan army thing from the prequels. Now we're almost finished. They had one of these mini building sets they had back then. I also have this one somewhere because I had it as a child when I didn't even know what Star Wars is. Don't know when this was released. Maybe I can see it on the top right here. No, I can't see it. Anyways, they had these mini sets back then. It's set 4485 and they had it for 20 euros. I don't know if it was sealed or if it was used, but anyways, great to see one of these relicts from my childhood. They had a lot of these planet sets from Lego Star Wars, which they released back then. And the last thing we have to talk about are these sets. Awesome old vintage Star Wars sets. The one I was really interested in was set 7153, Jango Fett's Slave 1, which I wanted to get for the longest time, and it's pretty hard to get, well, for a reasonable price. So I was thinking about getting it, but it didn't only say 250 euros on the box. It also said take into consideration the figure, which meant the figure was not in a good condition, and I'm not paying 250 euros for that. Anyways, it was amazing to see all these vintage Lego sets. We don't have a lot of these stores here in Germany that sell vintage Lego on display. For example, in the US, you have Bricks and Minifigs and all these vintage stores, but there are just not a lot of them in Germany, which means it's always amazing if I find a store that has some of these sets, and I could spend hours in the store looking through everything, reminiscing about the past, and you know. Well, anyways, I'm getting too melancholic. Let's call it a day for today. I don't know when this video will come out. I don't know if I will be able to edit it today or the next days, because I visited the store yesterday on the 2nd of January. Today, when I'm recording this voiceover, it's the 3rd of January, but tomorrow is my birthday, and then on the 7th, I'm on holiday. So I hope it will come out before that. Either way, Happy New Year. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and also consider subscribing for more Lego content just like this one, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.